All right, guys, I'm the king of propaganda and media, so if you agree, drop a 100 emoji in the comments. Today we'll be ranking TV shows, and I watch the most TV clearly as part of my MK Ultra experiment. Well,
you aren't supposed to tell them that Joe and we also typed into your earpiece that the viewers should hit the like and the subscribe button ASAP.
Plus, I had many more experiences in television than you, Joe. If The Apprentice is not on this list, then I will still consider us enemies and you a dementia-ridden old fart.
Slandered Donald. In the heart of good old-fashioned mudslinging, how do we feel about Drake and Josh?
Oh ho. The little sister was the ultimate mudslinger. That bitch and Drake made Josh's life miserable, kind of like how Joe makes both of our lives
Come on,
miserable.
man.
Great dynamic between those three. The little girl, don't remember her name. It was like Gretchen or something. Don't care enough to look it up. Always had perfect timing. I can really relate to Josh. A loser always trying to do the right thing. I'd go S-tier, guys.
The show was nothing close to S-tier, Donald. That shit was for teenagers and maybe some single moms. It deserves more of a B-tier.
I can't relate to Josh at all. He never knows what to say, stutters all the time, he's out of shape, and he has a weird habit of talking to really young girls.
That's you, Joe.
Exactly. I felt like Josh was just trying too hard to be me. C-tier for me. How do you guys feel about SpongeBob SquarePants, or SpongeBoob as I sometimes call him? Calling him SquarePants is a little derogatory, so I just call him SpongePants.
Your brain just hits different, Joe.
Oh, SpongeBoob, what a fantastic show.
I knew you were a SpongeBoob kind of person.
Joe, you're basically Gary in human form. Krabs
Oh shit, Cook Trump.
Yeah, well, you're the human form of Mr. Krabs then.
is a hustler, unlike your bum ass.
Eugene is an asshole.
Eugene would sell his daughter for some money. How much do you want for Ivanka?
30 bands.
Holy shit, B.
Check your Zelle that's light.
The art of the deal.
You and Mr. Krabs are Jewish as hell, bro. 30 bands, you can't even buy a Jeep with that.
Obama, I'll give you 15 bands for Michelle.
Done deal.
Thank you very much. Now I have 15,000 and a transformer for sale. Splendid. SpongeBob is all right. He has held a long reign as a superior TV star, and I respect that. But he is just a stupid buffoon that people laugh at, so I still want to give him C tier.
Hey, fellas, I just have to interject here.
Oh, fuck.
Donald, care to explain yourself?
I'm sorry, Zaddy Zubel, you.
Saying sorry won't get you off easy, bud. SpongeBob is a masterpiece of creativity, animation, and caricature. Quite possibly the greatest TV show of our lives. So let me ask, who the fuck do you think you or Donald put this into S tier at
Heard
once?
you.
And Donald, if I have reprimand your stupid ugly ass again today, I'm going to put you in timeout.
Shut the fuck up. George, next up. We have friends.
I get to say whatever I want, motherfucker. This show sucks.
Fairpoint Towers. To be honest, I've only ever heard women say they like this show.
I was actually going to say I like this show.
Guys, what if Michelle is Michael and Obamna is the female name of Obama?
Wait, let him cook.
I'm listening.
I said it already, dipshits.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, I think it's a perfectly sound theory.
You know, Obama, has anyone ever told you you look exactly like Jada Smith?
Oh, that's amazing.
Trump, fuck you.
Yeah, so running off that this show sucks. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, me, but I want to get a jab in for this show. Not only does this show suck, it is probably the worst show I have ever seen, all time, hands down. It doesn't make any sense.
Kind of like how the whole 9/11 thing doesn't make sense, George.
Oh, don't you have some balls to suck Obama?
All right, enough, Obama. You don't get to make fun of George. He's the key to our channel growth. George Bush is the future, not the past. You all know where this show's going. Okay, what do we think about Seinfeld?
This is the whitest thing I've ever watched.
Shut up, Obama. This show is a timeless classic. Really, the jokes take a bit of intellect, and they are more geared towards people who don't willingly take it up the ass.
Ha, nice one, Donny boy. The one thing that really grinds my gears is when people compare Friends to Seinfeld. They are in completely different universes, like that Friends show is Buns, and Seinfeld is actually well thought out and funny. It's a classic. You got to go S tier.
Is there even one black person in the show?
Listen, if you're not in Seinfeld, you ain't black.
Quite a fair assessment.
Yeah, exactly. It's all white people humor. And people love to say Friends lacks masculinity. However, Seinfeld definitely lacks some masculinity, especially without any brothers.
Fair point, Donald. I've read the file. It is confirmed propaganda to condition men, with the end result over time being the creation of soy boys and the turtleneck and jeans combo that The Rock so blatantly emasculated. Gonna go a tier for Seinfeld. It's good, but we must not let the propaganda win. Okay, next up we have 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men is a great show. The banter is pretty incredible.
Much better than your banter, George. You pussy ass. The show isn't that great, but I do like Charlie Sheen humor.
Mr. Sheen and I did a line off the toilet one time. It was pretty lit.
Somehow that feels like a real story.
The dynamic is really funny. I have a chuckle every time I watch this. But after knowing what Charlie was like, he shouldn't have been around kids.
Who the fuck are you to say he shouldn't be around kids, Joe?
Yeah, that's a load of horse shit, Joe.
Don't know why everyone's afraid of a little sniffle action. Anyway, speaking of my sniffer, I smell something fishy, and it's called Deadliest Catch.
A great showcase of the strength of the American people.
Yeah, but I have crabs, so it ruins it for me.
Joe, why does that matter? Aren't they both much different?
And then we have people like this leading the United States.
Oh, cry me a river again, Trump. You lost. Get over it. This show is amazing, always very suspenseful, strategic, and the way you get to experience life at sea as a cameraman is fucking sweet. Also, I think Special Agent Towers has to go.
What? No,
I feel a strange sense of welcome come over me.
Joe, I know you're thinking S tier, as am I.
Yeah, and that's where it's going. I already know Obama loves Deadliest Catch because Michelle used to be on the show back when her name was Miguel.
What? No, that's not accurate.
Okay, moving on. What do we think of Lost?
This show was good, but it pained me to see some of the stupidity that went on in that island.
Yeah, Jack was smart, but everyone else seemed incredibly stupid. I'd give this show a C tier because it just wasn't good after the first season. The last cool part was that bunker they found in season 2.
spot on Obama, like a man at a bookcake.
Whoa,
Enough
now
of
where's
that
the
word,
bukake?
bukake. It sickens me. I'm going C tier as well, Joe.
Okay, guys, didn't you think it was just a little bit above average, even just for those 2 seasons?
No, George, I think you watch a little bit too much television. This is going C tier. What do we think about American Horror Story?
Absolute fire. This show scared the living hell out of me.
Yeah, you watch too much TV, George. This shit was so overhyped. It wasn't scary at all, just weird. The first couple of episodes gave me the creeps, but after that, it was just odd.
What? How are you not creeped out watching this Obama? What kind of fucked up life do you have where this show doesn't scare you?
Geez, it's called life, bro.
The show was too scary for me. I had to close my eyes during the first season, but after that, it was painful to watch. Way too dramatic, almost to the point of hyperbole, which is not a pleasant literary device when overused. Having articulated this teleprompter script successfully, I'm putting AHS into trash tier.
Joey boy, you know those teleprompters saved my ass in office too.
I know, George, you dumbass. Okay, next we have The Big Bang Theory.
You really picked the worst shows to rank.
Yeah, Joe. Why is everything from the 90s and shit? Can't you remember a TV show newer than 1985?
Come on, man. People still watch this show. It's on Channel 11 all the time.
Oh my God, ew. Someone who still watches live TV.
George, we all know what the worst moment on national television was, so I don't doubt that.
Yeah, so this show sucks. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you know, I never was a fan of this shit either. That guy who looks like a hamster always made me cringe. Okay, trash tier, what do you guys think of Dexter?
It was good, but I don't know what the fuck hey we're thinking on this new season.
I see what you mean. It was buns the last season, but George, no need to crash the tower just because one of the floors is messed up.
Fuck me, bro.
Can't you use some better fucking analogies, bro?
The country is going down in flames.
Isn't there anything good to say about this show?
There is a nice element of surprise there. Plus, it always feels relieving to see some pieces of shit get theirs.
Oh, that's my favorite type of humor. Nobody knows what I'm going to say next. It's hilarious.
I'm sorry, Obamna.
God, Joe, you know that shit can give you seizures?
Oh, God. Look, the show has some funny moments, although I admit it's corny most of the time. Besides being a little humorous, the plot and the way they filmed this makes me think A tier. Every episode was a thrilling chess game of strategic moves, culminating in an amazing capture and disposal.
Yeah, I like that he uses horse tranquilizer too. That's my favorite type of bean.
What's wrong with that?
Joe, taking any kind of medicine is actually a good thing.
I think he means recreational drug use, not medicating.
So what dipshit, they clear his mind anyway. Dexter is a truly great show, pretty recent, and there are lots of seasons. I need a lot of hours of television to watch when I eat my Sprinter van McDonald's halls.
Oh, go get yourself a Donald, ladies. You know, I really like this show a lot. The fact that Dexter is a blood spatter analyst actually gives a great insider espionage feel, as he always knows things that nobody else does.
Well said. Dexter has a complicated love life, supporting a stepson and having some sort of weird relationship with his sister, very similar to my own love life. I'm going to put this into A tier because it was really an amazing show for a very long time. Only reason it doesn't go S tier is because the ending was stupid, and the newest season is vastly worse. Okay, what do we think about Ridiculousness?
If I wanted to see a bunch of bloopers, I'd just watch one of your speeches, Joe.
Watch this dick slap across your face.
Pause.
Whoa, Nellie, no need to kamikaze cock anyone. This isn't that kind of show. Rob Dyrdek is a legend. I'm really happy to see him moderate all these wacky videos. Very lighthearted and fun, but I'd go B tier since I like other mindless shows better like Family Feud.
Yep, this is office music for sure.
Not always, Joe. A lot of bad parents leave this on for their kids to watch while they go neglect them. It's pretty stupid. I'm going trash tier.
You're pretty stupid, Donald. This show is just for entertainment. I'd go A tier because it is really very funny, but too much can turn you into a lazy sack of shit.
Something beautiful in the downfall, watching it all burn to the ground. This show is going A tier. I can't see people get hit in the nuts enough times. All right, Breaking Bad.
Amazing show, although drug dealing is always going to be entertaining.
Well, I'm the only one who doesn't flip drugs or smoke them besides those measly Valiums, and I still love this show. It's an S tier, don't play dumb Obama.
Obamna, aren't there enough explosions in this show for you to enjoy?
Yeah, there were. I always thought that was fun. But I'm going to go B tier.
Put your hands behind your back, you criminal. This shit is going into S tier right now. Okay, next up we have the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You better go S tier for this, and you all know why.
Is it because you look exactly like Jada Smith?
Oh, George, you know, there's really nothing more fucking annoying than you.
Well, let me annoy you some more. Trash tier for the Fresh Prince.
Okay, that's too far, jackass.
It's really not. Uncle Phil was very relatable, and Carlton was an absolute gem, but following Will Smith around was pretty ass. Looking at him now just reaffirms my feelings.
Following Will was a hysterical experience, George.
Yeah, George, what you got against Big Willie?
I know you and Obama have nothing against Big Willies, right, Trump?
George, what are you saying? The big willies, I don't understand. The Fresh Prince always had a clean fade, and I appreciate a great haircut, so it was nice following Will around.
Of course, the Republicans sound gay, talking about big willies and nice fades and shit. You should get your left ear pierced, Trump.
Nah, thought about it, but after piercing it in Canva with a hanging cross earring, I didn't like the look. Gonna go B tier on this one, guys.
Well, this is a tough one, but I thought this show had something a lot of shows don't. Soul.
Yes, the character development was riveting. It was fascinating knowing the ins and outs of what was happening with the Smiths.
You know, my heart is telling me C-tier Obama because now I just watched the old Carlton scenes and that one scene with Uncle Phil. Okay, what do you guys think about Scrubs? You know,
Great choice, Joe. Seeing as I have a great passion for health, this show is hilarious.
What, because you're always in the hospital for heart disease risk?
Who are you, my mother?
He could be knowing what we know now.
I'm something of a doctor myself. I really love this show, too. The doctor with the curly blonde hair always had my ass on the floor laughing.
Kurt and JD were the best friend duo on television. The puns, the brotherhood, I mean, the rapport is just off the charts.
Yeah, I gotta go S tier. This shit was goofy as fuck, and the nurses made me blow my load. How do you guys feel about Brooklyn 5-9?
Jizzed in my pants.
You the type, George.
No class.
Lovely imitation, George. Sandberg's greatest work. I wonder whatever happened to the other guy he made the song with.
Yeah, that guy was really funny. The old chap should have stuck with music, though. That was his true calling. I'm going D tier for this one. It just wasn't that funny. Sure, it had its moments, but the bad parts were exceptionally cringe.
I cringe every time I hear your southern hick voice, George.
Easy there, Donald. This show was funny. I always loved the dynamics of funny cops at the station. Then again, fuck the cops. My ass gets swampy every time I get pulled over now that I'm not in the presidential ride, going B tier with this one.
Both Jizzed in My Pants and this TV show were definitely unique. Although it missed the mark in some aspects, I love anything proprietary and quirky enough to make me feel uncomfortable. Out of respect, I'd go B tier.
There you have it, right into C tier. I've heard all of your stupid ass opinions and conclude this is mid as hell. Okay, now subscribe to the channel because I'm about to bust I'm going B tier for this. Clearly an S tier, men.